Courtney from 2-0 up, I guess that must be a difficult one to take.
Yeah, very, mate, very. I think, you know, as the season's going on, mate, I think it's just, you know, it's getting away from us. I think what we wanted to achieve at the start of the season, you know, I think to put ourselves in a position where, you know, we're 2-0 up against a decent side away from home, and to concede, realistically, they've had 3 shots on target and 3 have gone in, and it's, you know, probably harsh on myself and the lads there, but you know, I think at the minute it's like the last few results, we're having to score 3, 4, 5 goals to win a game of football, and we shouldn't have to do that. You know, I think defensively we've been poor the last few weeks. It might be that, you know, we've got a young back 5, you know, and probably a bit naive by myself to go with such a young back 5, but you know, lads that have been doing well, you want to keep them in the team and you know, give them a chance to keep playing football, but you know, probably need to have a look at possibly bringing a couple of more experienced bodies into the team somewhere, and it's just a kick in the teeth, mate. It's a tough one to take because, you know, we shouldn't be having to be scoring that many goals to win a game of football. You know, we should be doing more than enough, and yeah, it's frustrating, disappointing, and it's hard to take, mate, because you know, we do lots of work behind the scenes to try and get things right, and you know, it's just everything's going against us at the minute for one way or another, so it's tough to take.
I guess what makes it doubly as difficult for you is that the back 5 is probably as settled as it's been for the whole season.
Yeah.
But you know, still conceding goals.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, I think we tried to, you know, narrow the squad down a little bit. We got rid of a few bodies where people were struggling to commit to it, and you know, we narrowed it right down, and you know, we wanted to be more settled. You know, I thought we turned a little bit of a corner after Christmas with the 3 wins, and we looked a bit more defensively compact, and you know, it's just, I think it's just little tweaks here and there that have had to change, and you know, with lads becoming unavailable, and you know, when we've, you know, like Mitch Thompson, Brady Middleton, you know, you bring them to the club and whatever reasons they've been unavailable, and you know, when you're bringing in good players that you know can make a difference and they're not here, it's difficult, and it's you know, you're always scratching your head trying to do something different, and you know, I think we just need to, you know, just reassess a little bit, and you know, especially moving forward now, I think the top 4 is probably too much of an ask for us. That's what we've been aiming towards realistically. We knew it was a long shot, we knew it's a long-term thing here, but what it's up for grabs, you need to take it with both hands, and I just don't think we've done enough there to do that. You know, in the last 3 results, you know, taking 1 point from 9, it's just unacceptable, not good enough, and especially if we want to be getting into that top 4, it's a million miles away at the minute. So, you know, we've got to keep competing as best as we can. You know, but I just think that's probably just a bit of a step too far for us at the minute now, which is disappointing.
You mentioned Brady Middleton, Mitch Thompson there. What story them? Are you hoping they'll be back for Tuesday?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you never know. You know, you hopefully everyone should be available, but you know, it's like at this level of football, it's difficult. You know, that's not an excuse at all. We've got more than enough quality to be able to do what we've done there, and you know, when you're asking a lot from the boys that are on little money. Young lads, and you're asking them to step up to the plate all the time, you know, you're going to get indifference from them because they're inexperienced. You know, when you've got players like Tomo who's been around a long time, and a few others that, you know, you need here and you want here, it's tough sometimes, but you know, it's the hand we've been dealt and we've got to deal with it.
Do you take pride from the fact though that it's, as you mentioned, a very young side coming here, and they've taken one of the best sides in the league to a really tough game? Yeah,
I do. Yeah, there's some good young players in there. You know, I think there's, you know, Reece Giles has been absolutely unbelievable to come into the team at 16. To do what he's done, he's not phased by absolutely anything. He's an absolutely lovely kid. I love working with him. You know, I think he's got a brilliant future in the game, and if, you know, we can help those sorts of players on and help kick them on, and a few others, you know, it is a young back 5, you know, and we've got to sometimes remember that it is that. You know, it's tough to take, but yeah, you know, we've done okay there. It's just when you're conceding three goals like that, and they're not really opening you up. I know they've had a lot of the ball second half when it's got a little bit stretched, but you know, I just think there's a bit of naivety in terms of, you know, too many times this year we've conceded goals straight after we've scored or when they've scored, and you know, we're not managing the next 5 or 10 minutes, and you know, that pretty much sums up the season. We're conceding with a second to go, going into, you know, finishing the first half, and you go in there 2-1. You take it, you know, going there 2-2, the momentum's totally shifted, and they've come out and you know, done a job on the second half, and it's yeah, it's just tough to take, mate. It's you know, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
That you said naivety. Is that something that you can work on with young players, or is it just something that will just have to come with time and experience?
Yeah, you know, they're learning, as am I. You know, I'm a young manager, so I'm the first one to blame myself for anything. Have I picked the right team? Have I made the right substitutes? You know, have we done enough in the week to prepare for Saturday? you know, I always question myself or question anybody else, and I've always banged the drum on that to lads in there. But you know, I just think sometimes the lads have got to take into account where they are, what sort of club they're playing for, what we could have achieved this season. I know there's still a lot of the season to go. You know, what could have happened and what could have been achieved, and it's, you know, sometimes I think they've got to grasp that. Listen, you're at a good club. You know, you're looked after. Everyone's, you know, volunteers and everybody's fantastic and makes it a great place for you to come and play football. Just go and do a little bit more to give yourself the best chance to win games. I just think some of us are not doing enough outside of training, outside of football, to kick ourselves on, and that is a frustrating thing.